Yo, 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 welcome back, man. First Smoke of the Day, Season 3, Episode 28. Joined here by my guest, man. Super special guest in the building. My co-host, Black Leaf.
What up,
your boy, Pat Gods. And you may not know who this man is right here, but you about to find out today, man.
I try to do a good job of hiding myself, man.
Hey, but you made it on the set.
But there's
a lot of moves being made. I mean, that is like...
Yeah, man, we let the moves speak, man. We don't have to do all that. But, it was, I got a call from Doja. It was, I've been watching the show, so
Uncle Doja's looking out big time.
Yeah, not for sure. Shout out Doja for sure. Straight but no, I had to stop by, man. Had to do some straightening, man.
For anybody that don't know, this man, this is Mr. Runtz, the real Runtz. This is the Fire Society, and this is Mr. Ray Bama.
Yeah.
Episode 20 and this is huge right here. This is legendary. This is real history right here. Real Bay Area history, and I'm gonna let you tell it, my man, for real. And we kind of just start in the beginning and flow with it.
I've been with Burner. I'm a cookie boy first and foremost, man. I've been with Burner, since I was 17. He introduced me to the game, to the lifestyle, and then ever since then I've been rocking. I got my own shit. There was Runtz. Me and LB got Runtz. Our other partner Nick, I got Fire Society. I invented the glow tray before it got bootleg.
Damn.
I went to China. I really invented it. I was the first person to do that. Sorry to all them brands that got bootlegged. It wasn't me. It was China.
They got the faux tray.
Yeah,
fucking glow tray.
There's a lot of faux trays out there. Yeah, we gotta start busting people out. But yeah, no, man, I've been putting work in behind the scenes, and this is really like my first time.
Well, I mean, and now we know Runtz, like right? And we know like that's where. What about your first time ever smoking, man? Let's start at the beginning.
My first time ever smoking was in junior high school. It was like we had like an early day, and man, I actually smoked out of binder paper.
Oh,
my boy rolled up in binder paper, and he was like, it was crazy because he was like keeping the ash. I'm like, what are you gonna do with the ash? He's like, I'm gonna smoke it later. So we were in 6th grade, man. We
I tried to do that in parchment paper. And it wouldn't keep lit.
No, it stayed.
That was my first experience.
I remember the weed that he had too.
So it was a failed experience. So like it was like we just gave up.
His weed was like already broke down, right? And then like maybe like a couple days later, I found some weed in my dad's car. It was like in a nickel sack. It was like he had like 4 nickel sacks, and he had some chronic. Like it was like it was light green and it was sticky and it was like it was some good. And I took that to school. And my boy's like, I'm gonna roll it up for you. And then the next day, he was like,
in a piece of paper, like you would write.
Or a blunt.
No, this was like a week later, right? So we smoked in the binder paper. I didn't really get high.
Yeah.
Right. So like we smoked in the binder paper, whatever. He saved the ash. Proper. Yeah. And then like I found some weed in my dad's car, and I was like, all right. So I was like, this looked like it's it, right? So then I took it to school. And my boy that was older than me, he was like, I'll roll it up for you. And he rolled it in a Black and Mild.
Oh, that's gangster from the beginning. Someone else rolling your shit.
I used to start it back the next day.
Listen, you don't roll it in the Black and Mild. You stuff that shit.
I
used to do the same shit. I'll admit, I did that with Reggie a few times back in my heyday with some stress, straight up. I come from the East Coast, though.
Yeah,
so I mean,
in the Bay,
I wasn't in the Bay.
We never had I moved to LA when I was like 16. That was the first time I ever heard of Reggie. Someone was like, he was like, you want some weed? He was like, how much you got? I was like, 25. And he brought me back like this much weed in a sandwich.
Like, what is this?
I'm like, what the fuck is this? I smoked it and it felt like it was sprayed with like Raid or something. It was crazy. It had me a different kind of high. But in the Bay, like, we grew up like on chronic. Like
the Mecca.
We always had good weed. Like it was probably, back then it was blueberry. Like that was the first weed I remember someone ever branded. It was,
even the bad weed's good weed.
Yeah, no, but it was blueberry. Like that shit really smelled like blueberries, really tasted like blueberries, right? And then growing up we had like train wreck, cat piss, fucking
real potent strains too.
But like they were real potent. Yeah, smoking. We would get high as fuck back then. I remember the first time I met Burner, like he had Maui Wowie, and I had heard of that shit like it was from Hawaii, right? And it was like, I was like 17
High Times or something.
I was like 17, and my sister took me to the hemp center where he worked at. He was so enthusiastic about the weed. He was like, bro, you gotta try this. I ended up staying there smoking, and he was like, give me a ride home. I ended up giving him a ride home. Like, and we just ended up being hella cool after that.
So
like,
that's how the history started.
Yeah, it really started off with weed. Yeah, like
wow,
like bro, like yeah, we're really
and just being homies. Just be like, yo, give me a ride home and let's chop it up.
Yeah. And like I'm not gonna lie, like my sister ended up dating him for a little bit. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean. But
life.
Like,
yeah, that's dope. Though.
Damn, he went after sis.
Huh?
Damn, he went after.
It was before she was already. She premeditated when she took me over there.
So she put you in there.
Yeah, she put me in there.
It must have been an older sister.
And then we ended up being cool as older sisters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She's like, this dude's a boss.
That makes sense, straight up.
Yeah, bro.
She's like, meet him, Ray.
Bro, he had some fire. She knew I loved weed. Like I love, like when I moved to LA, then that's when I started. Like I realized like we had good ass weed. They brought me that stress that day, and I was like, I'm going home and bringing back some shit.
Well, flip into that, bro. Like, so you're in San Francisco. Yeah. You smoke fire ass herb, right, for the first time, and you're like, yo, this shit is different, right?
Yeah, I love it. So like, yeah, since then,
where did it go from there, though?
So like 6th grade, I'll smoke once in a while. Then when I got to 7th grade, I was like, I felt like I was a grown man. We smoked every day, like whatever money that we got from moms for lunch, we're buying the weed.
Everyone throws in $5 on it.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's throwing in. We're buying weed every day. We figured out how to smoke. So like from 7th grade on, like. I used to smoke every day, but I still played sports. Like I still got good grades.
I like that. Active stoner.
I would like, I still tried. It was like, it didn't kill my motivation. I was motivated. I'll get high and I feel like my life was a movie. Like,
because you were smoking good weed.
Yeah, we're smoking good weed. And I was like, the shit would be crazy. Like just the shit that was going on, just living, growing up, fucking
in the
around,
Bay,
getting in trouble, running from police, stealing cars, whatever we were doing. Hella shit that we got into. It was just like, then we would smoke weed after or before. We'd be like,
and this whole time you're kind of around the cookie crew, or like you're around your.
No, that was before that. That was before that.
Wow.
Right? So then, my freshman year, I got kicked out of like 4 high schools, right? Like just doing dumb shit. Like, like after football season, I just end up like smoking weed at school and like, getting in trouble with a teacher, got expelled. And I went to another school, got expelled in a week. I went to another school. I actually had a scholarship to go to the same school as Tom Brady, like it's called Sarah. After my freshman year of football, I played quarterback, bro. And I was gonna go to this. I had a scholarship to go to Tom Brady's high school, that he had just left.
Yeah, and for the same position,
same position too. Yeah, same position too. And they fucking I got expelled from 2 schools, and then they took away the scholarship. So I ended up going to one more school. My dad worked in Redwood City. So I ended up going to school out there, and after football season, like a week later, I got kicked out. So my mom was like, I feel like the Fresh Prince. She's like, I'm sending you to LA. Like,
weed's been pushing you towards some other shit your whole life.
At that point, it was like, the weed's fucking me up.
Yeah.
Too much. But honestly,
pushing you towards something.
It's like, it's hard growing. Like you grow up like as a little boy, like you think you got to do all that shit. Like looking back, you don't got to do none of that shit.
No, you really do.
So then,
you really do. Growing up, you feel all this pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to make your parents happy and shit.
Yeah, you want to make your parents happy.
That's what it's all about.
You go to school, you want to make your friends happy. You just trying to make everyone happy. You know what I mean?
Especially you
watch TV, you want to fucking be the coolest. You watch sports, you got to be the toughest. All that shit. So
But then plants came in the mix, or like you started seeing, like, obviously you got growers around you and shit. Like, when did that whole fascination with actual?
What was it like going to high school in the Bay Area?
Bro, it was the best.
What was the experience like? I mean, you had a bunch of different schools. So what was it like bouncing around and just?
Bro, it was the best.
Was it wide open or like?
It was like, it was a different era. Like, it was like everyone was smoking weed and partying, like in school, like at that young, like you felt like it was normal,
hip hop.
It's like everybody was, and it was like it was like the beginning of the hyphy movement in the Bay. Like kids was popping pills, like like it was crazy in the Bay. To be honest with you, it was hella fun growing up. Like, but it's not like that anymore. Like it's like
it's changed a lot.
It's crazy, shady out there now. It's like you don't even want to be out there. Like if you don't have to.
Damn. Yeah.
It's like anyone's hometown, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just go back and it's the same shit. Shit never changes.
That's like what Boosie says too.
It's like going back to the past and just seeing that.
Yeah, everyone that stayed home, they never grew. Like they just stayed home. Like they never experienced.
Instead of just moving forward, like you feel, just keep moving forward.
Well, it's like somebody said, I don't know if it might have been Instagram. It's like you never get rich staying at home. You'll never get rich with your like day one home. He's like
being comfortable.
It's not gonna happen, bro. You have to get out there. Like you're gonna meet someone else that appreciates what you do more than
yourself.
Yeah,
more than the people you came up with that you just grew up with.
For sure, they take you for granted too. They like they're listening to what you say. Like like, yeah, right, fool, you really gonna get out of it. Like, some other people be like, bro, you could really do that. You could go do it. Let's go do it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the difference.
And it just happens like that. You know what I mean? I'm sure some people have it different, but like, you know, that's how it is. Like,
yeah, straight
that's how what my experience is too. Like, I don't fuck with nobody I went to high school with, or, you know, even after that, like, you know, like, it's like very few people, like, and then there's the people that I came up with and I got money with and built brands with and got rich with, and you know what I mean? Like, it's like, those are my friends. Like, you know, like,
went through ups and downs with real ups and downs, in life.
Exactly. It wasn't no bullshit over no girl and you know, some stupid shit that you go through with them type of people. Like,
business. Yeah. And so, is Runtz your first, like, was that what obviously wasn't your first strain that you put out under?
Nah, me and Cookie Monster had put out a R.I.P. Cookie Monster.
R.I.P. Cookie Monster.
Yeah, R.I.P. Cookie Monster. Me and Cookie Monster.
Big Sure was saying the same thing.
Cookie Monster, if you know, you know, like, me and Cookie Monster put out a strain called Sandia back in the day. It was like probably right when Cookies had come out before. It was right around Sherb's wave. It was like a Cookie Sherb cross. You know, Cookie Monster was the Bagseed king, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he always had that Y life too. He always had
he had the gelato. The Guno was the gelato number one, was the seed he got from the gelato tasting where they named the gelato. You know, like, you know, Cookie Monster was the Bagseed king, but he always had fire.
Yeah.
But Cookie was
Juno, yeah.
He was like me, bro. He was like me, bro. Me and Cookie was hella close, and yeah, we did a strain called Sandia. That was really the first strain that I ever dropped.
That's dope.
And
man.
It was like, it was limited to Cookie because he had the grower. I don't know if it was a bag seed. And he had the grower that was growing, and we only had a couple batches, but people went crazy for that shit.
But it's crazy because let me just put.
He was dropping, you know, recipes, but he was dropping in the shops all up until then too.
But people want to hate on bag seeds. There's no problem with a bag seed. A fire strain is a fire strain, but that's what a lot of people want to go towards.
It takes creation to create, and for anybody creating and bringing it to market and selling it and making consumers happy, I respect them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At that point, the game was ran by bag seeds, bro.
It like, almost still is.
It still is, bro. It still is. People want to hate on bag seeds, but bag seeds are like,
though?
What? Why do they hate on bag seeds?
No, why do bag seeds seem to work so good? Like, I guess because it's just a.
I mean, that would be that's a whole.
That's a more of a scientific question. I think that'd be
very interesting.
I think bag seeds they really are close to the mom, right? With a little bit of variation, right?
So you're already working with a keeper.
Yeah, you're already working with the keeper.
And so now you're gonna.
So it's like a hybrid between popping a seed and having a clone.
At that point in the game, it's like you had Cookie Monster who was running off bag seeds. You had fucking Blue Sherb, you know, who they came to me first. I named Blue Sherb. You know, those are my people, but you know, like,
bro, Fruity Pebbles for most is a bag seed.
Exactly.
I venture to say, like, I wonder if Skittles is. I wonder if some of these other, but like so.
Now Skittles, Fields. So I was around for that shit. Fields had Skittles back in the day.
Fire.
Like, you know, like pre 2017, like I would say probably like 2015 when, you know, I was coming up with Burner. You know, I would go on tour with him, do his tour management or whatever, road management.
Damn. So you handled all Burner's tour and road management as he went on these basically worldwide tours.
Before Stingy, you know what I mean? Before Stingy, before I had my own shit popping, like, you know.
So you and Al Freshco, I'm guessing too, the homie?
Freshco was there, he was doing designs and shit, for sure. No, I was there when Cookie started. Like, I damn near drove him to City Hall to get their to get the business permit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's sick.
And then, you know, like, so yeah, like, you know, I was with Burner, you know, I was with him through it all, through Cookies, you know, after they went corporate, when they first got the stores in San Francisco, the Cookies 215, when it was still 215 days.
Great store, bro.
You know, we named Gushers and Biscotti together, you know what I mean?
Wow.
You know, at that point, there was no indoor Skittles. Fields was barely getting them and shit like that. You know, I was the only one. 215 days, I was giving them the Cookies SF. We were keeping indoor Skittles lit at that point. No one had that shit. You know what I mean? So then right around then, my grower was like, he was like, you know, he really wanted to know what I wanted to cross. He was doing his own crosses. And you know, at that time, you know, he did the cross and we got the runs. So like, you know, we're like 2017, like November, December. What was it? What was that? What festival is that they have up north?
The Emerald Cup?
Emerald Cup, yeah, Emerald Cup. So Emerald Cup,
in 2017?
Yes, 2017 Emerald Cup.
I think that's the year we had the dinner.
Bro, yeah. 2017 Emerald Cup. Cookies had a booth. They did the London Pound Cake seed drop.
Fire. Yep, we were for sure.
But we were fucking. We showed up. We showed up. We had 10 girls. You know, like the girls that we could find with the biggest butts. You know, we showed up with 10 girls. We showed up with 10 girls. We had 5. But we had 5 pounds. We had 5 pounds of runts. We jarred it up. I remember me and LB were trimming this shit up the night before. You know, my boy.
Damn.
Yo, note on that. Yeah. Wait a minute. You and LB were trimming your own shit up the night before.
Well, dude, you know, when it first dropped, we wanted it to be manicured up. Yeah, this is our first real drop in front of
us. So people understand, in front of the community. What it takes to be at those highest levels.
Bro, in front of the like, you know, showing your first face forward, like in front of the community. Like at that point, it was a small community. It was cookies, Skittles. You know, like Alien Labs, Connected, exactly. And it's like, you know, like Doja, It wasn't all these brands that you have now. Like, you know, that I say like it's pre-Runtz. Like, you know, after Runtz is like then now you see 10 million brands. You know, everyone has a brand. Like, you know.
But that's like you got every best grower. I mean, everyone in Cali and then plus.
Them shits used to be important, bro. So like we showed up, we had the girls, we printed up 1,000 t-shirts. They were just giving everyone a free t-shirt. The girls were taking pictures with people, and we had so 5 pounds jarred up, bro. We showed up in front of the cookies booth, and I remember Burden his partners at that time. I forgot who it was. It wasn't who it is now. But it was like, bro, they seen us. We showed up. I swear to God, the whole line shifted to us. We sold them 5 pounds in literally 10 minutes, bro.
Wow.
Like literally 10 minutes. Everyone got a t-shirt, bro.
That was Runtz.
That was Runtz. That was our first drop. Like
2017.
2017.
Take me back to this though. You're sitting there and you got this flower and you're smoking it and you're like, we got to come up with a name.
Oh, bro, I'm not even lying. So if anybody knows, at that point, my grower, shout out Nick. He lived in Oakland, like in the Oakland Hills, and I lived in Hayward. So if you know the Bay, that's like a 15-minute drive, right? So he gave me the pack. I mean, it was me and LB. He told me, I was like, LB, like this is our new shit, like, you know. And
so you knew the strain was already a keeper. You were like, yo, it was fire.
Purple as fuck, and it smelled like straight Skittles. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was the one, like. But I was hella excited.
And you were like, we just got to brand this out.
My boy, my grower too, he be capping and, you know, just like going through it. Like, you don't believe anyone. At that point in the game, it's like, everything's a bag seed. You don't even know. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't even, you know, I never seen it. Maybe it was a bag seed, maybe it wasn't. But like,
we've been through a lot of used car sales.
You know what I mean? At that point,
bring it by, man. We'll smoke.
You know, and he's like, bro, I got the purple Skittles. That's what he's telling me at that time. He's like, I got the purple Skittles. He's like, you think that's what we should call it? He's like, you know, that's what he's pushing to me. He's like, you know, she's like, should we call it purple Skittles? Should we call it purple Skittles? And I'm like, hell no, right? And he gives me the pack right when I open it. I'm like,
move.
Oh my God.
Good move.
Like it's pure candy. Like, you know what I mean? Like at that point, it was like only Skittles which looks like shit, you know, no offense to anybody. I love Skittles, but
the bag appeal is, no, it took years to convince people that like, no, this is really fucking
triple
A. Because they're looking at it and they're like, no.
Even now.
Looks like BCs.
Even now, bro.
They're just not educated consumers, you know?
It's not even that. Like Skittles is good when it's fresh. It turns fast too. You want to smoke fresh Skittles right away.
But even the structure is little rounded buns.
The structure is terrible.
Like, it reminds you a little bit of BCs.
Yeah.
Like if it wasn't as dense. Yeah. But so
then when you open the pack,
you're like.
So we open the pack right away. So it's a 15-minute drive, bro. By the time before we exited, we were like Runtz with a Z.
Really?
Yeah. By the time we exited, yeah. So we call Sticker Farmer. Shout out Sticker Farmer. Oh, you guys need to get Sticker Farmer on here. He's a, you know.
Yo, we gonna go stop by after this or what? You gonna let me ride in the Maybach? What's going on?
Yo, but that's sick, bro. So creativity, that was it. You were like, we knew that's the name, and we got this. Here we go.
Yo, so you got it. That's when you know you got a hit, though.
Yeah.
So we call
it shit just drops.
They say the best songs.
Yeah, they just drop.
5, 10, 15 minutes. They literally just it's never over. Oh, this is it literally comes to them.
It's like a good brand. It's easy to come together.
Boom.
Yeah. So we call Sticker Farmer. We get a logo. We pick up the jars. So then we call the grower back, and we're like, bro, make sure you don't give nobody else this shit. Blah, 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 blah. And he's
don't let this cut get out.
He's like, wait, my partner been giving it to somebody.
Oh,
they're calling it 1BR. Like they call it 1 block radius. I guess when you smoke it, it's like a 1 block radius, like with the smell.
You're like, nah, bro, we got this.
Pretty much over everybody's head.
You're like, go get them clothes. Tell them they got spider mites. Tell them they got spider mites and throw them away.
LB's right with me, and if you know LB, bro, he's hella passionate. He's like, he gets like, so LB's like, no, bro, no. Like, he starts yelling at him, like, no. So my boy's like, no, you guys gotta go holler at him. So then we go holler at him. We're like, no, bro, we're doing this shit like this. We're doing the run shit, and
And that's the front, so keep it moving on that.
Yeah. And that's what it became. So it's like with all that drama, with other people getting it. In the Bay, like nobody want to show you no love until it's too late, right? Like,
but the wave was big, bro.
The wave was big. And we really didn't realize it. So then at that same time, like me going on the road with Burner, like I had hella connects. Like, LB was rapping at the time and he was doing this thing too. So it was like me and him linking up was like the perfect thing. Was like, so like,
because he's still getting in there on the road. I mean, you guys are still getting
no, for sure. Then that was like, that was like key to like what we did. So like when he did, when once we had runs, once we had something to push on our own, because before that we were just pushing cookies. You know what I mean? Like once we did have something to push, then all of a sudden, bro, it was like, we had a whole team. We had a network of people from going on the road with him. LB, like he wanted to go on
resources.
Tour. So I put him on tour, and then, from him being on the road and from us networking, like, he linked with Playboi Carti. All of a sudden he opened up for Playboi Carti. So we got Runtz now. He's on tour with Playboi Carti.
Yeah.
This is pre everyone being big. This is pre Playboi Carti being
instilling it in the culture in a major
Gunna
way.
Was opening for him, Wheezy, you know what I mean? All these people that's huge now, they was all there. So then automatically they getting the runs. They the first ones having it. They rapping about it organically for the free, you know what I mean? And then like, through the syrup too, at that time we were drinking a lot of syrup. We all were like.
So it's that sweet purple, so it kind of matches.
Exactly.
It was complimented.
It was a compliment. And we were like, that was.
It's like good cheese and wine, or good fish and wine.
Bro, it's a crazy compliment. Exactly. No, it is. It is a crazy compliment. Like good weed and fucking syrup, like especially activists or high tech, like. These kids don't even know about that, like, you know what I mean? Like y'all from the South, so y'all really know. But like, bro, that shit is crazy. Like, I admit I was addicted as fuck to, syrup. I
feel like it hits some cultures a lot harder, but like,
it's a lifestyle.
I definitely saw it come out like when I remember like when Lil Wayne dropped Me and My Drink and shit.
Yeah.
And I knew some homies that were getting it in, and it was wild, man.
Bro, he went on the news and was like, "It don't matter what's in my cup." Remember that?
It was a big thing, and then Boosie started talking about it. Everyone started talking,
But I see what you're saying.
But they instilled it in the culture, and then it got big. Oh, it wasn't big before they instilled it in the culture. So as we're saying, you're on tour. You got LB on tour. He's opening up. You guys are naturally, organically instilling Runtz right into the culture.
Yeah. And then he's like, after the tour, so he ended up staying in Atlanta. He's like, bro, you got to come out here. He's like, you got to come out here and see how it is. Like, and bro, I swear to God, fly out there.
This wave is.
Bro, I swear to God, we felt like kings, bro. We were treated like kings. Every club, Magic City, everywhere, Onyx, Blue Flame, they like the Runtz.
We heard. I ain't gonna lie. We
swear to God, we heard it was a different wave. And Atlanta was an OG
because you guys were dropping chains and running like a crew.
Exactly, bro.
And we heard about it. I'm not even gonna front. Bro. And I'm like, damn, the Runtz crew.
And at that point, before that, bro, and like I've been in Atlanta for years with Burner, like our OG Phil and Felix from Gas House, like
different experience.
Bro, that Atlanta at
Gas House.
Atlanta at that point was OG.
Yeah.
Everything, but even through cookies, they didn't even like cookies. I remember our boys, the funniest thing, like he smoked the cookies and he was like, "Oh, but it ain't OG." Like we started laughing, like that was our joke from there, like because really it was OG. Like if you really go back, it was purple, right? Purple was the first really exotic weed. Granddad, I'm talking about real granddad purple.
Like, is that the first purple that hit like the Bay really hard?
GDP, I'm talking about real GDP. Granddaddy purple. Not the herbal, the granddaddy purple. Yeah, the real GDP, bro. It was like, this shit was...
We had some watered down shit.
Bro, there was, like, even now, like, you cannot find real GDP. There's no real GDP that's still out there. Like, that GDP, like, so it was purple was the first real exotic, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes, like, Bubba had a little wave after purple.
Bubba's fire.
Before the OG... Bubba. Then it was the OG. Then you only smoked OG. If you got caught smoking anything other than OG, you were a bum, like, right? Until cookies.
Yeah.
Or cherry pie. Okay. In the Bay, it started with cherry pie. Like when I was a kid, we used to wait. Like we'd go buy OG and then we'd wait. Jigga, will Jigga answer today? Will Jigga answer today?
Damn.
Finally, when Jigga answered, oh hell yeah, we're gonna go get some cherry pie or whatever Jigga got. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how it used to be when I was a kid. Like,
and that cherry pie is smoking.
That cherry pie was crazy. Always had seeds though.
Everyone tells me that.
Always had seeds, but it was
finicky strain.
I got boys right now, like, you know, my boy Primo, he'd be like, bro, I want the cherry pie back. Like, you know, like, because it's like the cherry pie was so crazy terpy. Like, that was the first thing Burner tried to brand, actually. If you look back, he got t-shirts that say Cherry Kush.
I don't remember that, bro.
It was like a video with somebody. I was there. It was from the Young Bloods. Like, it was back then. Like, you know, he tried to brand. He had Cherry Kush t-shirts. Everybody in the video was wearing Cherry Kush.
But that was the first hitter where he was like, "This is such a hitter. We gotta release this to the world."
Exactly.
Man. And then so it goes cherry pie. Then what? Then we're going into
so we go cherry pie. Then you go. So it goes GDP, right? Yeah. OG. Then you go cherry pie and cookies, right?
Cookies.
And then after cookies, it was like Sherb and Gelato had a little wave, and then Runtz came and knocked them out the park. Like
Runtz went worldwide too.
You know, like at this point, it's like there's no more gelato. Everybody got Runtz or LCG or lemon cherry gelato. You know, but like, you know, if you know, like, you know, lemon cherry gelato, you know, shout out those guys. That shit was made on my couch at the Runtz mansion. Like,
damn,
you know, those guys were the first guys getting Runtz in the Bay, putting it on the backpack delivery at that time.
Meaning what? Is it the same thing, or you just mean it was made like how? Like they just created a different branding?
The branding or whatever,
was
you know,
right there.
Was, you know, he was like, yeah, I found some Runtz that are cheaper to him without you guys packaging. He's like, out of respect, we're gonna just call it lemon cherry gelato. I'm like, for sure, much respect.
Dope.
So it was always backpack. You know, they came up with Runtz.
Yeah,
like, you know, they were the first ones having real Runtz in the Bay.
But
like
when
putting
your
it on
grower
the
hits
delivery.
you with this pack, right?
Yeah.
And then you got this relationship with Burner, and you say, I want to show Burner what we got here.
Oh yeah. So
what's that first like when you take that bag to him and you're like, this is a hitter, bro. You got to try this.
Oh yeah. So I showed. So as soon as we got the packaging, then I took it to Burner and I gave it to him. He posted it. That shit made it real too, for sure.
He knew immediately. Like he opened up and
made
for sure, like fire.
Yeah. He was like. He knew that it
was a hit.
Yeah, he knew that it was.
And you told him, you're like, yo, we're going with this name. This is the layout.
Yeah, he loved it.
That's dope, bro.
He loved it. And at that same time, I pitched the glow tray to him. I was like, I got
the invention of like what it is.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
And so did you guys partner up on that?
Yeah, we did.
Damn. So
I stayed down for my come up, and I understand, his value. Oh fuck.
Sorry,
I understand his value to anything he touches. You know what I mean?
Knocking over the cookies.
No, that fool, he's an innovator. He changed the game like for a lot of people. So
yeah. It's just interesting. And then like you stay down with Jigga as well.
So how did it play out with Runtz? Now that you got a hit, you bring it back to Big Burn. How'd it play out from there?
But there's a crazy story. I was like, and that's like,
Because that's when I even drove to the Melrose one when it first dropped the first time, I won't lie. And I bought my Maximum.
Yeah.
And then went back in and bought my Maximum again. And
it was that different at that time.
It was very different. And I ended up finding a few seeds, which I popped and I was trying to chase down, but I couldn't get it.
You was trying to run your life.
I wanted to run my life out for real. Sure. And I wanted to find Runtz. And it took me a while before I was able to get finally try to get something but yeah, it's fire, bro. It's sweet, it's purple, it's creamy,
before that, you know what I mean? Like hits. To people that know, like if you would go up north and buy packs, like you would be like, they either want gas or fruit, right?
Yeah.
Like we created a new category with Runtz. It's candy now. Like now when people come to shop, they're like, where's the candy? Where's the candy?
Damn.
Where's the candy? Like, like we made it like hard for 41. Like no one thought that ever in the game, like at this point of the game, that 41 would be like, people damn near don't even want 41 no more.
The gelato 41.
Yeah. They want candy. Like they want candy more than
now
anything.
You're hearing candy gas. So it evolved. It's like you took it to a whole new category of candy. And now people are like, okay, we want that. And then now candy gas. And they're asking, but I mean, that's crazy to think that. And then now you got new stuff. Coochie Runtz launching.
Yeah.
And
bro, the new stuff is endless, bro. We got a bunch of new stuff coming. But we just like with the Coochie Runtz, it's like to us it's about pushing the game, like changing the game. Like at that point with Runtz, it was like you don't got packaging, you're fake. You don't get it from gang, you're fake. You know what I mean? Like no one was doing that at that point.
And I want to cut back in, but to digress a little bit, how do you deal with so many people knocking off your brand in a way where it really like makes it hard to navigate what's real, what's not?
It fucked with me for a long time, but at the same point, it's like it adds to the allure. Like there's so many people that smoke fake runs. Like there's probably whole cities that smoke fake runs their whole career.
For sure.
And when they do get the real, when it finally does touch the real, they're gonna be like, God damn, it really was. You know, it really is this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like the fake shit, I honestly, it just like, it's like, how does Louis Vuitton stop it? How does Gucci stop it? How does anyone at that level stop it? Like we had no control of it. That's why we continue to innovate. Like, you know, we're the first ones. We did a collab with V-Lone hella long ago. We numbered all the bags. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is 2017. We can, you know, like that was another thing, like doing the pop-ups, going on tour being with people like Bar, you know, watching his come up. Bar. Yeah, you know what I mean? Watching his come up. But like, you know, like we were on that same echelon of wave as far as creating, right? So it's like there was nothing we could do. I remember we got booked to do a judge a cannabis cup in London, right? They flew me and LB out. Narrow, like, you know, SB. They flew a bunch of the guys out. We went out there, and we went to a smoke shop in London. This is like 2018, and we seen fake Runtz packaging.
Already?
Yes, bro. It was like, wow. It was literally, we saw Runtz and Billy Kimber at that time. It was like,
boys don't play.
Bro, we were like, that's how we knew we made it though. At that,
boom. Bro, you know what it is? It's just it ends up being a global market. It's out of your hands, but it ends up being a global market, and it's just like China's already making the packaging, so it just gets knocked. But and then they offer it. They offer it in other factories, and you can order exactly what they got.
There's people in the game that's been in the game before you, right? So it's like if you order packaging from somewhere, they know it got to be coming from one of how many places, right? But nah, it was crazy, bro. It used to make us hella mad. It used to make us super mad.
And then do you realize though, at this point, as long as they're putting good weed in the bag, it actually works in your favor.
Yeah,
I hate to say that, but like
it's highly if you got a certain standard, that's super high.
It's
and
hard,
what it really is.
When is that really going to happen?
Exactly, and that's like what happened too.
It's never going to be an original.
No, because what you brought right here, that we're like,
this is real.
I've seen 100 different Runtzes. That is the one. That's like sweet, frosted out, creamy, gassy,
and
bro.
And it gotta have the power. Like that's
beautiful.
Going through. Like it gotta have the power.
Like, tolerance.
Yeah, of course it has to have it, bro. If it doesn't have the power,
which is rare on candy stuff.
Yeah, no, if it doesn't have the power, I don't even want it. But like at the end of the day, for anybody that runs a huge brand, like it's hard to QC that much weed. But like at that point, Runtz was so different that you knew if you, as long as you were in California, like at that point, it was so legendary, so game changing. Like, bro, you knew, bro. It was, everybody paid their respects. Like, and like, at that time when the game was changing too, it was going from 215 to what it is now, right? So it was like, that was 2018, right? So it's like around 2017, we're branding, the shit's getting hella big. I remember the Migos got that shit. They came to the Bay. We went and pulled up on the Migos. They got it. That was one of the big ass things too. Quavo posted Runtz in Paris, like, and he was like, he didn't even tag us or nothing, but like, he posted Runtz in Paris, and that shit went crazy. Like, like people, that was like, that was like officially we were on.
Yeah, because
so then 2018, everyone's scrambling to do branding, right? It's like it's about to go legal. Everyone's scared. 215. Legal now, whatever, like
everything's changing. They're gonna come down on us, all that shit.
So, bro, at that time, like, Burner had his shit going on with cookies or connected, whatever it was at that time, and he was doing his own thing, opening up the cookie stores in LA. That was when Melrose was opening.
Because Biscotti and what you said, Gushers, you guys named those?
For Connected, though.
Yeah, that exactly, right? That was originally a Connected. So they ended up keeping those strains when everything, damn, okay. And then are you still chilling with Connected, or
Yeah, I fuck with Connect. I fuck with the guys over at Connected.
Great names, bro. You guys killed it with that Gushers name, bro. Great name. Biscotti too.
Yeah, no,
fire name, especially for that strain. It's like that.
It is for sure.
Crazy. Bro. It's gassy. It's got that. When you first saw that one, what'd you think, bro? Biscotti.
Bro, those were hitters. At that point too, it's like, like in the Bay is a different culture too. It's like if you're like, so it's like if you're in it, like like. There's only certain people at that time that could sell weed for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you were in it like that, then you'd have to be smoking like that. You had to pull up, your pack had to be right. You had to have all the fly shit. Like, even right now in the Bay, like there's people that only smoke connected weed, like in the Bay. Like, they only smoke that. Like, that's their, they only want to smoke that. That's what they're used to. They don't want no one else to have, to grow their weed. They want to smoke Oakland batch connected, or, it has to be connected at the very least. But in the Bay, like at that time too, like within like the certain few, like, people that were really in it, it was like that. You were smoking Alien Labs, was it fucking
Planet Dosey?
No, it wasn't Planet Dosey at that time. It was just their Alien Labs wedding cake was fucking. It was like you had to be smoking.
The beginning.
Bro, like you like you had. Exactly. You had to be smoking Alien Labs wedding cake or Gelato 41, Biscotti, or fucking or blue cookies, or
fire
sherbet,
blue cookies.
Like stupid,
Bro, blue cookies is fire.
Yeah, like, so it was like that in the Bay, like that was the culture. So then like, we were already always smoking on all that shit. So like, when the Runtz came, it was like, then it was like, it had to be Runtz. Like, like then it was like, everyone was like, bro, it had to be Runtz. Like, like we went to Atlanta, like I was saying, going back to that, like, but we got off the plane in the OG driven city. It was always OG my whole life. Then it was like, bro, we started on the streets and people asking me that, like, bro, we got Runtz for sale. Like, nigga, people that don't know me, everyone knew LB, they knew his face. Like he a polarizing, individual, you know what I mean? And he's rapping, he's in the studio, he's networking, doing all that, you know what I mean? So like,
don't worry, they're gonna be coming up to you now, big guy.
Oh man. They want
Ray Bama, man.
Nah, it'd be
or the coochie run.
It'd be like a couple individuals at every like little event, or like like people that's really in the weed game. They know me, like it'd be like a certain, they scare the fuck out of me every time. They're like, man, I know you, man. Like,
I know who you are, bro. I know you.
I'd be like, for sure, bro. You know what I mean? But like, nah, it'd be like that, and then like after me and LB did that smoke we did the drink champs with Nori. We did that, so hella people fucking after that, hella people like, oh, so you want drink champs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like smoke champs. Yeah.
No, they did a smoke champs too.
What about you said you had something to do with the blue cooks, the blue cookies?
Blue cookies, yeah. I'm just, I was the first person to make blue cookies.
Damn, bro, that shit
blue cookies, blue sherb. Those
Of all the cookies, bro, I have like a top 3. That's like top 1 and 2, man. I love blue cookies. It's one of the only cookies too that throws down big yields, like big yields.
Yeah, at that time with cookies, it was crazy because cookies was like the weed that had no stems. Like, remember like the original cookies, you break down the whole bud, you'd be like, dude, this had a little ass stem. It was all bud. It was crazy. Yeah, but the like
real funky.
I miss those original Girl Scouts.
Bro, it's like why does funky. Like, see, that's what fucks me up is like,
where does that
everyone
go?
have crosses of this original, but where's your original then? Why didn't you keep this original alive if it was so good, right?
I know. It's because we're like, in this, things are flying, 1,000 strains a year.
It's not really like that though. If you have a good original, it's like, why did that original ever go anywhere?
Do you have the original runs?
Do you have the original?
Do you have the original
runs?
Oh
yeah, we definitely got the original runs.
You gotta have that original.
Hell yeah. No, you're right. You're right, bro.
So what do you feel about like tissue culture and shit like that for the future? You know what I mean? As you roll out different brands and stuff.
No,
because
for sure. But I mean,
you got other projects going on.
The way I look at it, right, tissue culture is great. That's like how you keep your genetic library, right? So it's like, of course, we tissue cultured a lot of our shit, but at the end of the day, at that point of the game, the point we're talking about, and even now, it's like no one shows you like the originals. Like, how come nobody puts out like, we crossed this blue cookie and we crossed this Skittle and we put out both of these and then we put out what we crossed and this is our keeper. Like, how come nobody does that?
Right.
That's why I believe like the game is still run by bag seeds. Like people that be crossing the shit.
It is.
But people be crossing
There's
shit.
people doing that, but it's mainly breeders. It's a handful. It's a handful.
Like,
you're right.
At the end of the day, it's like, what did you start with?
Well, what do you feel about like remarketing, like brands that like remarket weed?
It's part of the game.
You know, it's,
I mean, that's.
I feel like it's essential though.
That's after Runtz effect, right? So before that is like.
Tell us about
you really need to know your
impact.
shit. Like before Runtz, right? You really needed to know your shit, right? It was like, you know, the strains had been passed down for generations and generations. You had Sour, OG, Kim, like, bro, it was like at that point, I knew all the difference between all of them. I could smell a bag and tell you, this is Kim, this is Sour, this is OG, this is whatever, right? It's like now in the game, it's like these kids are like, that's where the game's fucked up, right?
You're like,
so it's like,
you're like, what is this?
It's like, this is lemon cherry, this is run. Like, it was like, this is whatever. This is, you know, it's like, okay. Like, all right, it's gotten too far, right?
Yeah.
It's gotten way too far.
Just by putting
too watered down.
We're originally not to blame because our original crosses, Runtz and White Runtz, those are real crosses. They came like that. Of course, people around us, other people, you know, people close, whatever, and then the world runs their life up, right? We're the first people to drop a strain, and we dropped a song, right? We did the Runs Your Life Up song.
Yeah.
The song is like our theme song, right? Everybody in the world, including everyone in the Bay, they really runs their life up. Like that's how I really look at it. Runtz was like the best thing that happened because look at the world, look at the game, right? Everyone, like now we have, how many people got a brand? How many people you know got a brand? Everyone's doing their branding thing. Everyone felt comfortable.
Everyone has grown.
They're like, look at these motherfuckers, man. They're like, these guys fucking look at these. I look just like them. I should be joining them. Like, or I'm gonna do my own thing. But like, you know, shout out to them. Like, that's how I feel about Runtz. Like, it's a positive thing, bro. I look at people doing their own thing with their own brands. I'd be happy as fuck. Like,
hell yeah.
You know, that shit's huge.
Yeah,
but like, remember who paved the way for y'all to do y'all shit. Like, we took it there for
because Runtz is in a lot of breeding projects now. Like
a
lot of big breeders
are
running that right now with it.
Yeah, and if you got lemon cherry gelato, you got Runtz.
I even have one in my library. I love it.
Like, you know, if you look at the timeline of the shit, so I found Canatique on Instagram. I met with them at MJ BizCon in 2018. They had to fire Runtz.
Yeah.
We did a licensing deal.
Smart.
All good was getting paid, but then the shit went legal, right?
Yeah.
So then I'm still getting paid, but I'm getting paid through the owner of the store. We're getting paid whatever. You know, at that point, you know, we had a little falling out about a name of a strain or something like that. I stopped getting paid, and then the next month, you know, the Runtz that we're using turned into lemon cherry gelato. And that's how, you know, that's the rise of lemon cherry gelato. But, you know, if you know, you know. You know, I'm just letting
now
people know.
Yeah,
I'm letting people know.
Yeah. I didn't know. I thought, you know, because from the outside looking in, you don't know that. It's not said. It's like, oh, here's a new strain, or here's this other strain, this other pheno, this other, you know, and it's branded like that, so you don't know.
See, it was, you know, and there's a lot of greed involved. You know,
makes sense.
The people
now.
over there, you know, at the place that we originally put Runtz out, at that farm, you know, they seen what we were doing with the branding. They seen what it did, and they didn't like that, you know, they weren't getting the shine for it.
Bro, it's so crazy you say this. I got 2 cuts, a Runtz and a lemon cherry gelato in my garden. I ran them both, and I ended up picking one. And I was like, they're so much alike. And we had a conversation.
Different phenos.
Like, no, they were the same thing. Oh. It was the same thing. I just grew them a little, like where they were different in the room. I said, I'll go with this one. This one looks a little better.
Them original batches of Runtz that me and LB trimmed up, you know what I mean? They were so fire, but they all had seeds, bro. We put them out because we knew what we had, and then bro, the world, you know, the world had Runtz after that. You know what I mean?
And
but it was.
Did you put it in bags then, or you just got just?
No, we had jars and Mylars.
Yeah,
and we ended up doing the Mylars. Yeah. We dropped that cookies. Yeah, exactly.
I posted a video. I went through
that first batch. You guys said that you brought out.
No, that was like the Emerald Cup batch. You know, them batches, all them original batches.
That
they had
White Runtz is fire,
bro. That White Runtz, you know.
I like that one.
Yeah, that White Runtz. That's Kenny's brother Buddha had brought that to LB.
Kenny Powers Up.
Kenny Powers Up, his brother Buddha.
So he brought that strain to his bro and was like, "Yo, this is the new."
That's how we originally got that strain. Yeah,
because that one's a gnarly yielder, bro. That one stacks. When I see pictures of that shit, I'm like, "Oh,
yeah." But we originally had 2 phenos of Runtz. We lost one, and then we ended up getting a lot of shit back through the years with people having good bag seeds and all that shit. So, we came from the game where, like, you did have powers up protect. You got a bag seed, it's fake, that's for sure. Like, it came from that. I was around all that shit. And it was true. People put their hard work into, like, just having different weed than people at that point. You know what I mean? It was hard to find different weed. Like, that was what they did. And it's like, I love that they're getting their shine, getting their brands out there now. You know what I mean? They got to get their flowers while they're here. Yeah. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it was like that for a long time. But then the bag seeds did take over. You know what I mean? The game got, it runs their life up, and everyone had a brand. Everyone had a bag seed. Everyone had this, everyone had that. So, you know what I mean? Like, I understand the OGs being mad about the game being in the state of it that it is right now, because it's like, it's a lot to keep up with. What's lemon cherry July? What's runs? What's this? What's that? People naming different shit every week, putting out different shit every week, and it's like, to people, everyone, it's not a lot of new shit that's really coming. You know what I mean? And my timeline is really, you start at Granddaddy, you go to OG, you go to Cookies, and then it goes to Runs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's really the timeline of exotic weed, like, in my opinion. Like, and Skittles, Gelato and Sherb is between them timelines, but like in a major way as far as impact for the culture, like that's how the way it
played out. Those are still like the original, like, sought after strains for the most part, because everything we're smoking on is crossed with that at some point.
Yeah, 90%. But I support weed.
Roughly, yeah.
I love weed. Like I told you, I've been smoking every day since 7th grade. I love weed. I smoke weed. I enjoy weed. I love breaking it down. I don't roll weed, but I like breaking it down, inspecting it, like, all that type of shit. I love weed. So I go to the store, I buy 25 eighths, and 90% of the shit is either Runtz or it's, it's old or it's trash.
Whack, yeah.
I
do the same shit, bro.
Yeah, and
100%.
90% of the shit is Runtz, and then I buy weed from my friends on the streets who still hustle like that, and 90% of the shit is Runtz.
Yeah.
And people that are still in the game that tell me they're like, it's hard to sell 41 right now. It's hard to sell regular July. It's hard to sell anything that's not Runtz or LCG, you know what I mean?
For a while, you could put 2 points on it and call it Runtz, and I mean, you literally made 2 extra points for everybody in America that was hustling.
Nobody knew what it was at one point, for sure.
Because I remember dudes growing Sunset Sherb, and they're like, well, it's Runtz now.
That's not even talking about what it did for, like, the depth game and, like, the outdoor game.
Bro, think about that.
Not even talking about that.
You got to give a big up for that. For real. That was a big wave, man. A lot
of people got some thanks for all that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Straight up. They started calling Purple Punch Runtz.
A lot of people, bro. That's what I'm saying. Is like, how could you?
That's when it gets
how could you?
Up,
no, it's like, how could you be mad at us, bro?
You said we had Runtz.
We made everyone in the game some money, bro. We made people millions, bro. Man. We made people millions. Like, and bro, it's like, we've been, over here just. There's like what we've been working our lives for, like, what I mean. We didn't make the millions like they did. We try to take it full circle. So when the shit went legal, we did holler at Burn. We had a couple offers. We might have done something with Connected, but we did take it full. We went with Burn, and we did a partnership with him and with Cookies, and and that's how that went. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. How did the Fire Society come about?
Fire Society came about just bro, I had access at some fire ass flower from my boy Bear. He was doing some shit, and
just another good partnership, and you were
bro, it was like at that point I was really concentrated on building legal brands.
Absolutely.
So you're like, I see something behind
because we like, and it was like, I'll be real. The first interaction I had with it was in the ZA Olympics box.
Yeah.
And I already knew about the ether, but that was the first time I smoked the Ethereum.
Yeah. No, we're coming with fire. When we first came out, we're coming with fire, fucking it up. We're doing numbers every month. Legally, on the legal market only. You know what I mean? I wasn't trapping nothing, you know what I mean? Just dropping every week Melrose Cookies, doing numbers, right? And then the parent company that owned, you know, the company that owned the grow that Bear was a partner, and he also owns it, but he's, you know, he was an owner operator, and they had, you know, like selling control of the weed. We were supposed to do a deal with Fire Society for them, and you know, the deal fell through.
But the brand's there and the brand's ready to go, and
the brand's there. The deal fell through.
Behind it, and you're ready.
The deal fell through after I curated the menu to be up there at that grow.
Damn.
These dudes up there, the suits end up getting jealous, and they start selling the weed directly to, you know, who I was selling it to, cutting me out, cutting my brand out. You know what I mean?
So it just goes to show, like, you got to keep swinging because, I mean, you get burned left and right. I mean, you just got to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. At that point, I was being naive about just like, you know, everyone I was doing business with. To be honest with you, like thinking that, you know, they're gonna be loyal to my situation of bringing it to the table. And,
no,
you know,
especially not coming like these guys that come from not within this industry.
Yeah,
like you say, suits.
You know, it's a couple
anybody
of them,
that's not from within this industry.
There's a couple of them from in the industry too. You know,
for sure.
You know
I feel like what happens,
but they have no loyalty from without the industry. They don't care.
So
who
basically,
you are.
I end up curating a whole menu for a grow that I believed to be, you know, that was going to be a partner of ours. Then the bigger company yanks out, and then they end up selling to the, you know, to the people that I was doing it for, and then that weed ended up going to some very popular brands. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say no names, but it ended up going to them brands. You know,
it should have been under Fire Society though.
Exactly. So I, you know, we took a break with Fire Society. We end up, you know, we secured other cultivation finally. You know what I mean? Some shit that we have control in, that we're, you know, locked in all the way, you know what I mean?
I feel like what happens a lot of the time is you just get to moving too fast and you want to do the most and just try to do a good job and do good by people, and you assume
exactly. That's what you
get sit down, you shake hands, and you assume like
you know what? I assume people have the same intentions as me. You know what I mean? I didn't.
But we can't do that.
That should be amazing.
I'm realizing now,
people that we're getting money with.
Almost like a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like you really got to take your time.
I never assumed that people that I was getting money with were really gonna fucking. We're really gonna go get less money to go fuck with somebody else just based off of how they feel, like, you know, based off their pride or whatever. You know what I mean? Because you know, like basically the farm, you know, they had a bunch of bullshit strains. I had to sell like 500 pounds in the legal market, like, you know, putting a wig on a pig just to even get to be able to put my strains in there. You know what I mean? And to put what I selected in there.
So this sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
So it's like this is like a year in the making. I'm doing this for a year. Exactly. I'm doing this for a year. Then I'm putting my sauce in there.
I know what.
Then they're seeing like, God damn. Then once the sauce came, then it's like, damn. Now he's flowing even harder.
Dripping.
Then it's like, you know. Then they want to offer us a deal that's not fair. After this point of doing this numbers on the books, you know what I mean?
You've already given them the gas. You've already given them the push to get crazy.
You know, we talked about the first thing when you sit down with an investor is they want to try to box you in as a black market brand.
So the thing I hear a lot of
numbers and stuff like that. But that's funny you say, like, you really came on board, put the numbers on the board.
Yes, and then their pride got hurt. And as men, they knew exactly who I was selling, because, you know, at that point when it's all on metric, you know, you see where it's going. That, you know,
you can't, and the numbers don't lie.
So
and you can see who it's coming from.
People can do snake shit like that, and you know, that's how it's set up. If them people are like that, you know, if the people the people that you're dealing with is like that, and they want to do that, they will. So I end up curating a whole menu, putting my own cuts in there, selecting shit from seed that they had, doing all this shit just for once the deal with the parent company that owned the grow, once that deal fell through, for them to just go exactly to who I was selling it to. Like, here, I'll give you this bulk cheaper than I was giving it to them, just because fuck this dude now.
That's rough. I mean, but
because now it didn't work out.
They try to really blackball me. Like they were mad, like I was making moves, and you know what I mean. Bro, they were mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fine.
You know what I mean? And they just went, and then that's the birth of some of your favorite brands in the white market. That was the birth of them right there. You know what I mean? Not to mention no names, you know.
Nah, but I can only imagine, bro. You give them the winning game plan, you give them the recipe, let's say that, and you put the strains in their hands. Next thing you know, they're like, holy shit, we're actually growing some decent weed now. Because before they were growing mediocre strains and they're still growing shitty, but you got the right strains in their hands. So now,
and the right brand, the right height, the recipe, it's like you said, the sauce.
You can grow it shitty and it still comes out.
It's something you don't realize unless you're out there really touching foot on ground. And moving, and like he keeps saying, and he's been moving city to city and city. Talk more about Atlanta and like the impact and the culture and shit.
Bro, like it wouldn't be no Runtz without Atlanta, bro. It's like like, you know, like
because you got proximity with all the musicians and the culture behind
and just
that.
like, you know, the culture and like everything Atlanta stands for, bro. You know, like Atlanta is like, you know, it's like Hollywood. It's like the South Hollywood, Black Hollywood. You know what I mean? So like, you might get something popping in Atlanta. It's gonna take off fast. Look where all your favorite rappers are from. You know
that's
what I mean?
I'm saying. Like,
it's like, you know, that it's
so where you were in the studios and moving around and just networking with the right people.
We've been around everybody with the weed, bro. It's crazy. Like
everyone's loving Runtz.
You know, like, but literally everyone besides Drake, but I've been at Drake's house. Like, you know what I mean?
Damn.
You know what I mean? But like, you know,
slight flex.
Yeah, but like, literally everyone, bro.
So some runs to show, you had runs to show them?
Bro, literally.
You gonna talk about
that? I'm talking about. That's fucking dope.
You know, like everyone, bro. Like,
that's a dream for growers.
My man having meetings.
Bro,
meetings.
Real, you know, real
that's a dream for growers.
Hey, salute for that.
You know, for real, like athletes, actors, you know,
but they say rappers. A lot of times they ain't smoking right, the good shit. Because a lot of times those guys, like, you know, you see, you're like, what is this?
What do you think about like Quavo's new strain?
I honestly didn't try it. You know what I mean?
The Pave.
I never tried it.
It's a Runtz. To me, it's a Runtz though.
I might have tried it with
fire
compound.
though, but it's a Runtz.
Yeah,
it's a
exactly.
Runtz.
Yeah, the game is run by, you know, a lot of those Runtz. You know, Compound did a lot of shit for us.
Crushing, bro.
Yeah, he
did a lot. He seems like to be a solid homie.
And you guys
I like his style.
Yeah. You know, it's you know, with the
seeds. I mean, dude, you got those coming, or I mean, the first drop already happened, right?
Yeah, the first drop already happened. I don't know if those next
talk
drops
to us about the
out.
clothing and shit.
Man, the clothing.
And are you doing anything with the plaza or anything, or is that mainly that's LB and them over there?
That's LB. So like, you know, that was like, you know, so he had the Jokes Up shit going, and then, you know, so I did the Fire Society shit, which was all legal. You know. But it was like, you know, we're supporting each other in both of them. You know what I mean?
You already know.
Like, you know, it's just his saying. So with a lot of the. At that point, with a lot of the Runtz stuff we did to deal with Cookies, it was a lot of the stuff went to Cookies, so they were doing that stuff. But we just like revised our deal so that we're getting a lot of control back for marketing and branding and stuff like that, because, you know, we just wanted to get it back in our hands and do it ourselves, because, you know.
So you just revised the deal?
Yeah, we just revised the deal to
what type of plans and stuff, like what you gonna
do
to shake some shit up?
Man, we got some big shit coming to shake some shit up, just as far as crosses, collaborations with breeders, you know what I mean? Like collaborations with artists, actors, comedians. Like, you know, we're trying to do a movie. You were
talking about shoes.
Yeah, we dropped the shoe. You know, like that's shit that we've already done. We're the first brand to drop a shoe. You know,
straight
what I mean?
up.
Like,
I gotta give you that
custom.
Yeah, full custom shoe. You know, shout out to Cool.
I thought it was Soulja Boy, and I looked it up.
Nah. We.
And you said, you guys did. I mean, that shit sold out though. You did numbers on those shoes. It wasn't one of each size.
No.
You know, some people do.
That was a fire ass colorway. You
thousands of pairs.
You boys align with the authorities and do it right, man. And that's why, like, I consider you like a top end tastemaker.
We just like, bro.
You're a real curator that's in the line of cannabis.
Everyone,
you know
bro. I challenge everybody to just, you know, like, even if you have a brand and you doing this, like, bro, push the envelope. Like, everybody been following for so long. Even us, like, you know, even us, like, you know, we don't we don't look at it. We look at it as like we're still in last place. We're still trying to come out the park and knock home runs. Like, you know, we're still trying to. We feel like
put
we're
out
down.
more hits.
Yeah, we're trying to put out more hits every day. Like,
all day.
Shout out.
It's a lot of attempts to get a hit.
Yeah, shout out Blasey. Oh fuck, I keep doing that.
It's all right.
Shout out Blasey, but like we feel like
damage.
We feel like we're trying to push the envelope
over
like,
and shit.
You know, with the Coochie Runs, we came with a merch capsule, a commercial, a collab with YNJ, who's a rapper out of Detroit. You know, we did the MIA runs with Babyface runs. We the first people to collab with a
Pink
skateboarding.
runs.
We did a skateboarding brand called Babylon Runs. We did a Babylon Runs. We just dropped
out of LA.
Yeah,
dope brand. Babylon.
Yeah.
Sick ass skateboard
so
brand.
you got a skate team and all that line.
Yeah, we're putting that shit together. Yeah, we did a skate off. You know what I mean? If you look at the Instagram, we did a skate off with Cater and Knock. They're huge. They're viral. You know what I mean? We're the first brand to do this shit with the skateboarding brand, bro. You know, we're trying to push the envelope, bro. We want to do like.
No, you're not trying. You're definitely doing it.
One day we want to challenge Rolling Loud, bro. Like, who want to go to a Rolling Loud festival if there's a Runs festival to
Damn, all
right. You know what I mean?
I like that.
You know, that's
straight up.
That's how.
And I know them boys over there in Miami, man.
No disrespect to
Shout
them.
out to Tariq and Zingler, but
no disrespect.
Straight up,
but like
for real.
That's the
I'm ready to
vision.
run my life up at a festival where we can smoke, man, for real. But talk about that, like, you know, we were catching up with the homie from the Tinko, and he was talking about how, you know, one thing overseas is consumption lounges. Like, you can really smoke. Like, we need consumption lounges over here. What you feel about that? Like, Vegas just opening up and shit like that. What you feel about the consumption lounges?
I see. The thing is like California sucks for that, right? But if you go to Houston or if you go to Miami or Atlanta or New York, even, like, you smoke in the club and you smoke in the strip club, and it feels fine to me. You know what I mean? Like, you pretty much smoke everywhere. Over here, we smoke in the car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a new car, but, you know, my boy was like, "Don't smoke in this car." I'm like, "Bro, what do you mean?"
Oh, no way. You're in the car too long.
Yeah, like, it's never gonna happen.
Hours.
You know what I mean?
I walk in here every day smoking a joint.
He's like, "Bro, don't smoke in my car, please." And I'm like, "Bro,
man.
like, you know, like,
I can't ride in.
You know,
I have an issue with that. Honestly.
He's like, "Bro,
me and my girl,
I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Jay, I smoked in your car, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You gotta break this thing in."
Yeah, I did, bro. It's like I couldn't help it. Like, but I put the windows down. But like, I gotta smoke in the car. Like, that's what we do out here.
You're in the car too long.
But it's crazy that they force you though. Like, they should have more open spots out here though. It should be more open consumption. You know, you should be able to step away from a restaurant and smoke like you would a cigarette.
We're opening a restaurant and lounge in Atlanta.
Oh, for real?
Dope.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a hookah bar, a restaurant, and a lounge.
Okay.
You know, shout out our partners out there. You know, you could expect that like next year, but it's like,
hell yeah.
We really want to push the envelope as
what
far
you
as
feel about like Miami and shit,
bro. Were you ready?
You working some deals out there yet, or are you still kind of shopping
Definitely
around?
Working some shit out there, yeah, for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Down in Wynwood,
100%.
be a great area, man.
Yeah, no, we definitely.
I know. There's
a
lot of people moved out there now, and it's really booming.
They're set up different out there right now, where it's like, you can't brand unless you own the grow or some shit like that.
It's a real
So it's like,
it's not a top priority. What about New York and like New Jersey and shit? I see you boys out there in Jersey and shit.
New York is like our second home. So, you know, it's like, if Runtz didn't take off in Atlanta and New York like how it did, bro, I don't think we would have been like this. You know, it wouldn't have been as big as it is. But because it did take off in them places, bro, we feel like we owe it to them places. Like, we want to get to New York. We want to do some shit in New York ASAP. You know, for Runtz as a brand, like, you know, that's huge. And in Florida as well, bro. It's like, you know, it's just a progression of the brand too, and progression of states becoming legal and being able to go to those 100%. Places, bro. You know, it's
waiting it out. You know the right people too.
Making the right moves in the meantime.
He's got to know the right people. I mean, some of them dudes
shaking shit up in the meantime. Yeah. And you boys are like disruptors. You know what I mean? Coming in the market, innovating, and really shaking shit up.
Cause a lot of drama. Yeah, as far as like runs of people, you know, because no one. There was so much fakes and this.
It's about innovation and man, it's pushing the bounds, like you said, pushing the envelope. What do you think about for the future and shit? Like, you talk about Runs Festival and stuff like that. You feel strongly about that? Like, that's something you'll be working on?
I feel like this is definitely something that we're gonna be working on. Yeah, you know, and just expansion. You know, like as places open up to get legal, bro, you can expect to see Runs there because, we're working those deals right now.
I see the Runtz Worldwide, the clothing.
Yeah, the clothing. So shout out to our clothing partners. Our clothing is based out of New York. We do all our manufacturing overseas or in New York, and it's doing really well. We're like in over 200 retailers wholesale worldwide.
Fire.
You know what I mean? And we do our online drops and shit like that. But
what's dope is seeing like cannabis brands get so big into clothing.
Yeah.
And starting to, like, kids are, people are really starting to want it. Like, I see it more and more. I see people rocking it more and more.
Yeah, for sure. And then, it's
especially
just us getting better at it too. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just us getting better at it too. It's like with the clothing.
You're making it look good.
Yeah,
you're collabing with, like you said, you're getting with all the right people. So it makes sense for the people to get involved. For sure. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just something we do. You know what I mean? We like to dress well too, smoke well, eat well. Like, like everything, it's like a lifestyle. If you're only doing one, then you're a bum. Like, it's like, no, but for real though, like that's how we look at it. Like, shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. But it's like, if you're portraying that life on Instagram, and your house is whack, but you drive a nice car, like, bro, that's whack to me. Like, that's just how that's just how we measure ourselves between me and my friends, and that's people that's in that level of business and in that level of life. Like, it's like, oh man, you missing something. Like, you know what I mean? Yep. But it's like, it's different to everybody. But like, if you faking it on Instagram, you should at least be. I would hope, if you faking it for people on Instagram, you at least have them 4 bases covered, man. You got a nice house, nice car, you got some money in your account, and you take care of your people, you know what I mean? Yeah, and you smoke really exotic weed, real exotic weed, not no re-rock.
Straight up.
But you've been around, so now you've been around a lot of the tastemakers that we all know, like you talking about Sherbert, you talking about all those guys. If you were going to give us a list of top 4 or 5 flavors besides Runtz, top, these are the ones at Desert Island. What are you smoking on? If it ain't Runtz.
I'm definitely smoking Connected or Alien Labs for sure.
Okay. Yeah. The gassy stuff or more of the sweeter stuff? What are you going for?
Man, I still like that. I like that Biscotti Gushers recently.
Fire, bro.
Yeah.
Really good cross.
I like that Biscotti Gushers recently.
Great Fino they found.
I think Zope is probably the strain of the year. Doja. That's my favorite.
Shout out Wizard Tree. Shout out Dio Farm.
I would agree.
100%.
I was there when we did the
Zushi right now.
When we
so
did
put it up there.
Oh man,
I can't get off it in the morning. To be real,
I was smoking RS11 in London in 2018, bro. I was there when they did the pheno hunt. When they had we selection or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, and for the 11, original.
I was begging them to give me the 11 for Runtz, but he has Doja and Wiz.
Oh, so you knew right away that's the one. I
swear to God, I knew that 11 was the one.
Yeah.
Bro.
You knew they had a hit.
I made him give me 2 ounces. I smuggled it to London. It was the shit, but I was telling people it was Runtz. But I knew it was a hit. But I was like, even to them, bro, they stayed down. Like Doja, you know what I mean? Like we did Fireside collab when I first came out. Like he always showed love. Like, it's like that, and that's what Fireside about too. Is like fucking with real people in the industry, like real, real collabs with like real people that's, you know what I mean? Like that's been doing their thing. That's solid, bro. It's like too much. I learned with that shit, it's like too much fake shit. Like, you know what I mean? People like, they in it for the wrong reasons. Like, bro, I'm really in it trying to push the culture forward. You know what I mean?
Passion.
You know what I mean? Like,
passion-driven.
And that's what gets fucked up along the way. People think it's about the money. Like, it's not about the money at all. It's about, for me, it's about pushing the culture forward. And that's what I feel like we've been doing. You know what I mean? Everything else comes with that. And a lot of people, they fuck it up when they seeing all these people faking, all these people doing it for the wrong reasons. That's really not our intentions as Runtz. Now we out here trying to make shit better for everybody. You know what I mean? We're trying to continue to, we want some packaging that's gonna pull up, and we try to do it with a 3D glasses. Like, you look at the shit, like that's what we trying to do.
Don't give them
like,
too much.
You know what I mean? We can't give up too much sauce, but like that's shit that we're trying to do, man. So it's like,
man, you guys are definitely doing it. You say trying, but you guys are definitely doing it, man. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
The bags, shout out to LB and them boys too with the jokes about the bags, the holographic, like just all the different effects and just I mean, people got these bags all over their walls and shit, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it's building a culture, it's shaping a culture, and it's cool to see the evolution of it coming, you know, as every state comes online, you know what I mean?
And like, even just like, bro, with sticker farming, like, you know, you see 100 different sticker farmers, you see a whole street all downtown LA of people selling fake packaging. Like, bro, how many people runs their life up in a literal way that they wasn't even making money? Like, all them people making fake packaging, they wouldn't even be alive if it wasn't for Runtz.
Right, I said everyone owes you 2 points on everything because the last 2 years, like I've seen 2 points on everything get put on, and it's called Runtz instead of Sherbert. Exactly. It's called anything purple that's sweet. I mean, like Pat God said, Purple Punches is Runtz now, and they're 2 points higher than they were as Punches.
Yeah, and for the longest time, bro, you know, like you know, people were just getting played, and they thinking it's us. Like, it was never us. We were always putting out good shit. You know
that one pack they bought came from you guys. You guys fucked me up.
People said they get shit from the owner. Runtz, they never have, they never will.
I feel like Girl Scout was like that though.
It won't ever happen.
I had heard about Girl Scout for the longest time, and we had fake Girl Scout, so it was all this like whack shit at first, and so I was like, I don't know what the hype's about. And then we first got the real one, and I was like, holy shit, this is a banger. Yeah. But we had gotten 6 or 7 fakes on the East Coast before the real one. So I can see where people are like, what's this Runtz hype about? But then you get the real one, you're like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's a lot to it, too. You got to get the real one.
Straight candy.
Yeah. Sweet. No, and but that also has got a good experience
and that's how you got to know it's candy. Like, don't let anyone, it's not fruit, it's not gas, it's candy. Like, it's candy. Like, that's what Runtz is, it's candy. When you open the bag, you should smell candy. Like, you should open your bag and it should be candy. Like, you should think of all them little Runtz, little hard candies that you used to put a quarter in when you was a kid. Like, you should think of those, but it should smell like, you know.
Have they tried to, like, mess with you guys at all?
Oh, they did. Yeah, Wonka had reached out when we had the white Runtz with the top hat on it. That's why we stopped using the hat.
But that's it. They said you could use the name, just not the top hat.
Yeah, because we're different, 20%, right? We got the Z. Our branding is different now. We changed it up. Wow. That was, early days. Like our first packaging ever had the candy on it.
I'm still surprised they didn't fight you on it, just to fight you on it, bro. Just to be like, no, you can't do that.
Well, the issue becomes all the knockoff packaging.
Yeah,
because people are fucking, you know what I mean?
So then they go back to them and they're like, and you're like, this isn't us.
Well, they can't go after the people knocking things off. Yeah. They can only go after legitimate. You know what I mean? So that ends up being an issue.
I love. I'm a big fan.
You guys dodge that, so that's fire as fuck. I mean, that's a big, because I mean, you see people having to change names left and right now, and that's gonna continue to happen for years at this point, like for sure. Absolutely.
So with this one though, what you found this, basically did the strain come first, or you had the name, you knew like I want to find something that's going to match this profile?
Yeah, no, for sure. With this one that we did a collab with Y&J, he had came into town and he had liked one that we were already growing. Mm-hmm. So he had smoked it, and then bro, just collabing with him, we were like, fuck it, let's change the name of it to Coochie Runtz. He had a good idea. We thought it was funny. We thought it was viral. Funny. We like the effect that it had. It's comedy at the end of the day. It's like, we supposed to bring people together, make them laugh, bro, make them talk about some shit they might not have talked about.
Can you shout out the model on the Coochie Runtz? You don't even know.
I wasn't there. I was
Listen, this is going to be for the new Runtz.
Who's doing the Coochie Runtz
just like this.
You guys did a good ass job, man. Yeah, I love the idea.
It's funny where it opens to the whole play. It's lighthearted. It makes me
laugh. I love everything what the brand's about.
And if you get the real one, because I've already seen them, the bootleg ones downtown. Wow, if you get the real one,
oh my God,
you should love it. I guarantee you will love it if you get the real one.
Oh, that smells incredible.
How do they know if they got the real one? They won't, huh? I mean, just by tasting it.
Yeah, I see. We didn't expect these bags to get knocked off so fast. So now we're gonna do QR codes.
There you go.
Yeah,
I was about to say this is the first time I've seen these, and they're already knocked. That's crazy. They're already knocked off.
Right.
That's crazy.
You basically take a picture and show it, and they're already on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do some kind of system. It's a whole another end of the business.
Yeah, we're gonna do limited drugs. We got a bunch of stuff in the plans. I can't give away too much sauce because people like to copy, but we got a bunch of stuff up that's gonna be different. Some shit that you might not only be able to get in certain months of the year. Shit like that.
I like that seasonal
type of vibes. You know what I mean? We want to keep everything limited. Everything that we could control. We want to keep limited and keep the QC on there. We want to keep the quality on everything. You know what I mean? And that's what was getting lost, just not being, losing that to just a big company, you know what I mean? You got to always take that back. So it's like us focusing back in on the brand. We got a bunch of shit coming on. Like one of the things I do want to speak on, we got a collab coming with Mike Epps. That's going to be crazy.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And you should expect everything that comes from Runtz is going to come. It's going to come with the whole package. You know what I mean? It's going to be a strain, a clothing capsule, a commercial, some type of media behind it. Like, you know what I mean? We're trying to think everything out. We're trying to put more pressure on other brands to keep upping it. You know what I mean? Because, at the end of the day, everyone getting money, but they're not putting it back into the culture. You know what I mean? We're genuinely putting this shit back in. We're pushing everybody to do better, and that's what we trying to do. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
That's a lot of weight. Yeah, it's a lot.
For real. Hey, man, anything before we wrap up? The real Runtz.
Yeah. Impart some knowledge.
Appreciate you today, big dog, for real.
You already know.
Dope as hell. I'm high as shit. The coochie runs has got me all fucked up.
Yeah, it is good. It's good.
Put me on the real one today. I've definitely had the real one before, but man,
you can tell this shit right here. All of them are real sweet.
You keep remixing it, and it gets better and better. And I love the evolution of all of it, man, for real.
Yeah, and if it ain't sweet, you got the wrong one.
Yeah,
they're all real nice and sweet
candy.
Yeah, if it don't got power too, if you don't got power,
gotta have the power.
You gotta have the power. But like, check your bag, man. A lot of them shits that people put in the bags, man. That's really Runtz, man. You should just know. Like,
we need the QR code on the bottom of the turkey.
Oh, yeah, we got turkey bags. We got Runtz turkey bags coming out too.
There we.
Yeah, we got Runtz turkey bags. We got so much shit coming out. Like we just
Runtz your life?
No, and it's really a lifestyle. Like for people that like you guys been in the game, you guys know what it is. Like for people 100%. Like us that's really been here, that been doing it. It's really a lifestyle, man.
No,
it's like,
you know what I mean? You live this shit.
You live it every day.
It's a culture thing.
And when you truly believe in the strain and the brand, and you're like, yo, this shit is smoking, and what we do is smoking, right? Like we put out fire.
Well, people come together about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it builds community. Everybody's looking for that, so that's dope as hell.
Yeah.
And man, shit, wrapping up episode 28, Ray Bama, Black Leaf, it's Pat Gods.
Yes, sir.
It's first smoke of the day. You already know. We appreciate you, big homie.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
big
sir.
Runtz.
Let's
big
get it,
Runtz.
man. First smoke of the day, man. We dropping soon.
Yo, what's up, First Smoke family? Just want to take a few seconds to shout out some special partners of the show. Make sure you guys go check out Grow Generation, the largest hydroponic retailer in the nation, over 60 retail stores. growgeneration.com. They also carry some awesome products there. Blackleaf, tell them a little bit about our next sponsor, Power SI.
Man, the hands down the best potassium silicate on the market. This is what I use in my garden. This is what the best growers in the country are using. This is what the best growers in the world are using. This is the potassium silicate for growers.
For more information on our partners, click in the description below. We're going to include all the links, all the information, everything you guys need to know to get down with any of these companies. Shout out to Grow Generation, Power SI. We appreciate you guys. First Smoke family forever.